In the Unit 3, we have covered rural governance. In rural governance, we will have a discussion about the Constitution 73rd Amendment Act 1992. There are three levels of Indian government. One is central government, state government and local self-government. We have implications of Panchayat Raj as well as municipalities as the third tier of governance on India's federal system. We have union, state, Panchayat Raj, municipality. In Panchayat Raj, we have village panchayat at first level, block or taluk level at second level, Jilla Panchayat at third level. At municipalities level, we have Nagar Panchayats at first level, municipal councils at second level, and municipal corporation at third level. Under the Panchayat Raj system, we have Gram Sabhas, that is called as village assemblies, and apart from that, we have autonomous councils for tribal areas. These tribal areas are constituted as per the 73rd Constitution Amendment Act in the states like West Bengal, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir and Assam for administration and development of the tribal people who are exclusively located in hilly areas. Now, we will have a discussion about the 73rd Amendment Act. The 73rd Amendment Act, it talks about the local bodies or local self-government in India. The panchayats came under Part 9 of the Constitution after 43 years of India becoming as a republic. Parliament passed the 73rd and 74th Amendment Acts to the Constitution in December 1992, and they became Part 9 of the Constitution on 24th April and 1st June 1993 respectively. Salient features of the 73rd Constitution Amendment Act, which has been passed in the year 1992. The panchayats will be institution of self-government, basic units of democratic system, Gram Sabhas comprising all the adult members registered as voters. Three-tier system of panchayats at village, intermediate, block level, taluk level or mandal level and district levels. Smaller states with population below 2 million only have two-tier system. Seats at all levels filled by direct election. Seats reserved for scheduled castes and chairpersons of the panchayats at all levels also shall be reserved for SCs and STs in proportion to their population. One-third of the total number of seats reserved for women, one-third of the seats reserved for SCs, STs also reserved for women, one-third offices of the chairpersons at all levels reserved for women. Uniform 5-year term and elections to constitute new bodies to be completed before the expiry of the term. In the event of dissolution, elections will be held compulsorily within the 6 months. Independent Election Commission in each state for superintendent's direction and control of the electoral rolls. Panchayats to prepare plans for economic development and social justice in respect of 29 subjects which has been transferred by the 73rd Amendment Act from all the three lists which have been listed in its 11th schedule in the Constitution. 74th Amendment provides for a district planning committee to consolidate the plans prepared by panchayats. Rural local government. Rural local government, we have three-tier system. That is, at first level we have panchayats, that is called as village level, block samitis, block level, Jilla Parishads at district level. Panchayat system, there we have three parts. In three parts, at village level we have Gram Panchayats, formed by Gram Sabha, headed by a Sarpanch. At block level, that is at taluk level, we have Panchayat Samitis, elected by Panchayat members, and this will be headed by the BDO. At district level, we have Jilla Parishads, that is the third level, formed by the elected members and have members of Lok Sabha and MLAs of the districts. We have at Jilla Parishad, we have a chairperson, that is called as Jilla Chairperson. He is the cabinet rank holder at Karnataka State. The 29 subjects which have been transferred by the 73rd Amendment Act are agriculture, including agricultural extension, land improvement, implementation of land reforms, land consolidation and soil conservation, binary irrigation, water management and watershed development, animal husbandry, dairying and poultry, fisheries, social forestry and farm forestry, minor forest produce, small-scale industries including food processing industries, khadi, village and cottage industries. We have rural housing in 29 subjects, drinking water facility, fuel and fodder, roads, culverts, bridges, ferries, waterways and other means of communication. Rural electrification including distribution of electricity, non-conventional energy sources, poverty alleviation programs, education including primary and secondary schools, technical training and vocational education, adult and non-formal education, libraries, cultural activities, market and fairs, health and sanitation including hospitals, primary health centers and dispensaries, family welfare, women and child development, social welfare, including welfare of handicapped and mentally retarded, welfare of weaker sections and in particular of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, public distribution system, this is called as PDS, which has been sponsored by the central government of India, maintenance of community assets like community halls, etc. We have Finance Commission under the 73rd Amendment Act, and in this Finance Commission we have audit as well as the elections. Article 243 provides for the appointment of a Finance Commission by the Governor once in every 5 years. The broad responsibilities of the Finance Commission are distribute the state resources between the state and the local bodies. Local bodies are 3-tier levels. Assign any of the state taxes, duties and fees to these bodies and recommend grants in aid for the purpose of providing services. Audit of the panchayats. Under Article 243J, the law of state legislature makes provision for the maintenance of accounts by the panchayats and the auditing of such accounts. Elections to the panchayats. Article 243K, the responsibility to hold elections to the panchayats, including control of preparation of electoral rolls, vests within the State Election Commission, headed by a State Election Commissioner appointed by Governor. The achievements of Panchayat Raj institutions. Under the 73rd Amendment Act, we have some achievements under the local self-government, the improvement of the local level people. The achievements are increased participation of hitherto excluded sections of the population like tribals, lower castes, etc., as well as the women. Women's involvement in public life through elections, a brave new world of women, giving the gender justice, developing the thinking that democracy at the grassroots level is a necessary condition for strengthening democracy at the state and the national level. Popularization of the concepts of decentralized planning and people's participation in development. Thousands of elected members are getting training in local governance, democracy and development. Local bodies are the nursery for the future leaders. Many success stories of women in local government. We have voluntary sectors like civil societies coming to the fore for strengthening PRS, Panchayat Raj institutions, local bodies, local democratic systems. Increased concern about corruption and use of public funds. New innovative ideas for people's participation, combating corruption, example, social audit, people's plan campaign, ombudsman, Gen Survey, public hearing, etc. Demystification of the governance. And we have some weaknesses in Panchayat Raj institutions, lack of awareness, rules, bylaws, etc. Political will, lack of public awareness and vigilance, lack of accountability, decision making not yet broad based, rules and procedures not adequately framed, influence of elite and village planning, lack of orientation of officials for working with local governments, lack of political will of political parties. And we have some opportunities to improve the local self-government in our country. People's participation providing good governance at grassroots levels, involvement of people in their village development planning, resource mobilization, cash, kind or labor for local development, increasing sense of responsibility in people for managing their affairs, administration nearer to the people for good governance. And we have some threats in local self-governments, resistance by the existing government and traditional village setup, disparities of caste, class, gender, etc. The resistance of the state and national levels, political groups to share power, resistance from the central elites and dominating class to share power with disadvantaged groups. I thank you one and all for attending this session.
Thank you.